You've waited months for this cruise, tickets printed, bags packed, countdown done. The moment the ropes release and the ship begins to glide away from the dock, everything feels perfect. The crowd cheers, music drifts across the deck, and the ocean opens up like a promise. But a few hours later, that excitement begins to blur. The floor tilts beneath your feet, your stomach flips, and suddenly the horizon, that beautiful, endless horizon, won't stop moving. That's when you realize you're seasick. It sneaks in quietly, a small imbalance that grows until every step feels heavy and every breath comes with a wave of queasiness. And here's the truth most first-time passengers never hear. Even seasoned crew have felt it. The difference is they know how to stop it before it ever begins. Behind the smiling service and smooth routines, crew members follow a series of small, precise habits, methods learned from months of motion and years at sea. These aren't myths or miracle hacks. They're simple, reliable actions that keep your body steady and your mind calm, no matter how the ship moves. So if you've ever worried that seasickness could ruin your dream vacation, take heart, it doesn't have to. In this video, we're unlocking the real cruise crew secrets to prevent motion sickness before it even starts. By the end, you'll know what to prepare, what to pack, and how to train your body to move with the ocean, not against it. Why seasickness happens. Before we dive into how to prevent seasickness, we need to understand why it happens, because once you know what's going on inside your body, every trick the crew uses suddenly makes perfect sense. Seasickness begins in one small but powerful part of your body, your inner ear. It acts like your built-in balance compass, constantly tracking motion and position. On land, it works perfectly. What you see matches what you feel. You walk, your brain registers movement, and all systems agree. But on a ship, that harmony collapses. Imagine sitting in your cabin scrolling through your phone. Your eyes say, "I'm still." But your inner ear, which feels the ship rolling and shifting, insists, "No, we're moving." Your brain can't process both signals at once, so it assumes something's wrong. And when your brain thinks it's being tricked, it responds the only way evolution taught it to, by making you feel nauseated. It's not weakness, it's biology. That confusion between your visual system and your vestibular system is the root of motion sickness. Now here's where cruise crew wisdom comes in. Every prevention method, from cabin choice to ginger tea, is really about helping those two systems agree again. Once your brain starts getting a clear, unified message, yes, we're moving and that's fine, the symptoms fade away. So the secret to preventing seasickness isn't just medicine or luck. It's learning to retrain your senses to cooperate. And the people who've mastered that balance are the ones who live on the ocean every day, choosing the right cabin location. If there's one secret that every cruise crew member quietly agrees on, it's this. Where you sleep determines how your stomach feels. Think of a cruise ship like a massive seesaw. The middle barely moves, while the front and back rise and fall with every wave. That's why most crew cabins are located midship and low, right around the ship's center of gravity. It's the calmest part of the vessel. For passengers, that same principle applies. If you haven't booked yet, choose a midship cabin on a lower deck, ideally deck 5, 6, or 7, depending on the ship's layout. These decks feel the least motion and stay more stable during rough seas. Try to avoid forward cabins, which feel every rise and dip as the ship cuts through waves. Aft cabins, near the engines and propellers, tend to vibrate more, especially when the ship changes speed. Already booked a cabin that's not ideal? Don't panic. You can still visit guest services during embarkation and ask if midship cabins are available. They won't always advertise it, but if there's space, many lines allow one complimentary move or a small upgrade fee. Even a short distance toward the ship's center can make a surprising difference. Veteran sailors say it best. The closer you are to the ship's heart, the less the sea can touch you. Start steady, stay steady. That's the first step to keeping seasickness off your itinerary. What to do before sail away. Most passengers think seasickness begins after the ship starts moving, but the crew knows it starts long before that. What you eat, drink, and do before sail away can determine how your body handles motion for the next few days. Here's the crew's pre-departure checklist. 1. Eat light, not heavy. Avoid greasy or rich meals before boarding. No fast food, no giant breakfasts. Fried or creamy food lingers in your stomach and intensifies nausea once motion begins. Go for something simple and clean. Toast, oatmeal, fruit, or soup. 2. Stay hydrated smartly. Drink plenty of water the morning you board, but skip sodas and energy drinks. Carbonation expands in your stomach, and sugar triggers lightheadedness. Alcohol is also a big no. It dehydrates you before you even set sail. 3. Let your body adjust naturally. Once on board, resist the urge to stay indoors. Go up on deck, feel the wind, and let your body match the ship's rhythm. Crew members always spend their first few minutes topside for that exact reason. It helps their inner ear calibrate. 4. Skip the strong coffee. Caffeine can cause dehydration and jitteriness. Save your favorite brew for day 2. 5. Rest well the night before. Fatigue is a major trigger for seasickness. A tired brain processes motion more slowly, so go to bed early the night before embarkation. Every one of these steps is small, but together they build your body's defense system before the first wave even hits. When the horn sounds and the ship pulls away, you'll already be one step ahead of the ocean. Proven, crew-approved prevention tools. When it comes to avoiding seasickness, no one knows more than the people who live at sea. Crew members have learned which remedies truly work, the kind that don't just mask nausea, but stop it before it begins. Here's what they rely on. 1. Scopolamine patch. Behind the ear patch, the crew's top pick. Apply it about 6 hours before sailing. It releases medication slowly, keeping your balance center calm for up to 3 days. Remember to wash your hands after touching it. 2. Bonine or non-drowsy Dramamine. If you prefer pills, take one the night before embarkation or an hour before sailing. Bonine is the favorite. It's long-lasting and won't make you groggy. 3. Sea-bands, acupressure wristbands. These press on a pressure point inside your wrist that reduces nausea naturally. Crew members wear them discreetly under their sleeves, and they work without medication. 4. Ginger in any form tea. Candy capsules. It all helps. Ginger calms the stomach, boosts circulation, and eases queasiness. 5. Peppermint or spearmint oil. 1 drop on a tissue or your wrist, then inhale. Mint clears your senses and resets your stomach almost instantly. 6. Green apples and crackers. A true crew secret. Green apples contain pectin, which soothes acid. Crackers absorb it. It's simple, cheap, and effective. Pack these items before you sail and you'll have a full anti-seasick survival kit. Trusted by the people who face the waves every single day. Body position and movement tricks. Even with all the patches and pills, seasickness can sneak in if your body moves the wrong way. That's why crew members practice subtle movement habits that keep their balance steady, even when the ship sways like a cradle. Here's how they do it. 1. Face forward. Always face the same direction the ship is moving. This keeps your brain aligned with motion instead of fighting it. 2. Keep your eyes on the horizon. The horizon is your best stabilizer. It gives your eyes a steady reference point and tells your brain, yes, we're moving and it's okay. 3. Keep your head still. Fast head turns or bending over can exaggerate motion sensations. Move smoothly and deliberately, especially in tight hallways or stairwells. 4. Walk like the crew. You've seen it. Crew members glide effortlessly while passengers stumble. Their secret? Slightly bent knees and relaxed shoulders. This lets them absorb motion instead of resisting it. 5. Avoid screens or books. Reading or scrolling tells your brain you're stationary, but your body knows otherwise. That disconnect creates instant dizziness. Save the reading for calmer seas or port days. 6. Steady your breathing. When you feel off balance, take slow, deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. It calms your nervous system and slows the nausea reflex. These adjustments may seem small, but together they train your brain to adapt. Move with the ocean, not against it. That's the difference between fighting the sea and learning its rhythm. Cabin hacks when the waves get rough. When the sea starts to rock a little harder, your cabin can either make things better or much worse. Crew members know how to turn even the smallest room into a steady, calm space. Here's how. 1. Dim the lights. Bright or flickering light overstimulates your senses. Keep your cabin softly lit or crack the bathroom door for a warm, diffused glow. The calmer the lighting, the steadier you'll feel. 2. Face forward when you rest. If your bed allows it, position your head toward the bow. Sleeping in the direction of motion helps your brain sync to the ship's rhythm. If not, sleep diagonally. It still helps. 3. Keep the air cool. A warm, stuffy cabin makes nausea worse. Lower the thermostat or ask for a small fan. The cooler the air, the faster your body settles. 4. Lie still and breathe. When queasiness hits, lie flat on your back, close your eyes, and breathe slowly, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Controlled breathing lowers your body's motion response. 5. Avoid strong smells. Perfume, food leftovers, or cleaning sprays can trigger nausea quickly. Keep the air fresh by opening your balcony door or asking housekeeping to skip scented products. 6. Try gentle aromatherapy. Lavender or peppermint oil can calm your senses. A few drops on a tissue or cotton ball by your pillow is enough. 7. Call for help if needed. Guest services can send medication or, if possible, move you to a lower, steadier deck. You can't control the waves, but you can control your space, and sometimes that's all it takes to find your balance again. What to avoid at all costs. Sometimes seasickness lingers, not because the sea is rough, but because passengers accidentally make it worse. The crew knows what not to do, and avoiding these mistakes can spare you hours of misery. 1. Don't hide in the dark. Closing the curtains and lying in total darkness feels comforting at first, but it removes your visual reference points. Your eyes need to see the room's gentle motion to help your brain adjust. Keep a little light in the room or peek outside occasionally. 2. Don't stare at screens. Scrolling on your phone, reading a book, or even watching a movie locks your eyes on something still while your body moves, a perfect recipe for nausea. Look at the horizon instead. It resets your senses. 3. Don't eat heavy or greasy food. Fried and creamy dishes linger in the stomach, worsening nausea. Choose something light, dry, or salty, crackers, apples, or toast. 4. Don't skip meals entirely. An empty stomach floods with acid, making you dizzy and weak. Eat small snacks often. Steady fuel keeps your system stable. 5. Don't tough it out. Passengers often wait until it's unbearable before taking medication. By then, it's too late. Prevention always works better than cure. Take your patch or pill early, before motion sets in. 6. Don't overdrink alcohol. It dehydrates and confuses your equilibrium, double trouble for your stomach. Avoid these pitfalls and you've already solved half the problem. At sea, the smartest move isn't endurance, it's awareness. Advanced Crew Secrets. If you've ever wondered how crew members manage to stay calm and steady even when the ship sways hardest, here's the truth. They've trained their bodies and minds to cooperate with the motion instead of resisting it. These are the unspoken habits that keep them rock solid at sea. 1. Focus on a fixed point. When the ship moves, the crew keeps their eyes on something stable, a horizon line, wall fixture, or even a distant light. This retrains the brain to sync with motion and restores balance faster than closing your eyes ever could. 2. Stay busy. Crew members rarely sit idle. They tidy, walk, chat, or work through the motion. Activity keeps the brain distracted from mixed signals and helps the balance system recalibrate naturally. 3. Loosen tight clothing. Anything pressing on your stomach, belts, waistbands, tight shirts, increases nausea. Crew quietly loosen their uniforms during rough weather, and you should too. Comfort equals balance. 4. Breathe like the crew. Inhale through your nose, slow and steady. Exhale through your mouth, even slower. This breathing rhythm lowers tension and calms the vagus nerve, the one that tells your brain you're queasy. 5. Chew mint or ice. It's a simple sensory trick. The cooling, rhythmic chewing distracts your stomach and keeps saliva flowing, which helps settle nausea. 6th step outside midship. When things get rough, crew members often step out midship, where movement is least, and let fresh air and open space reset their equilibrium. They don't fight the ocean. They listen to it, breathe with it, and let balance return on its own. When to see the ship doctor. Even with all the right tricks, sometimes the ocean still wins around. And when that happens, there's no shame in getting professional help. Cruise ships are floating cities, complete with medical teams trained to handle seasickness every single day. If you've been queasy for more than a few hours, can't keep fluids down, or feel weak and dizzy, it's time to visit the medical center. The crew does it too. Even veteran officers and entertainers sometimes need treatment when the weather turns rough. Here's what you can expect when you go. 1. Fast-acting relief. The doctor can administer an anti-nausea shot that works within minutes. It calms your balance center faster than any pill or patch. 2. Hydration therapy. If dehydration is set in, they'll provide electrolyte drinks or IV fluids to restore your strength. Dehydration quietly makes motion sickness twice as bad. 3rd observation and rest. You'll rest in a quiet, stable area while the medication takes effect. Sometimes a short nap in a motion-free space resets everything. 4. Cabin adjustment help. If your cabin's location makes things worse, medical staff can coordinate with guest services to move you midship if availability allows. Don't wait until you're miserable. The earlier you go, the easier it is to recover. Remember, asking for help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. The ship's doctor exists for this exact reason, to help you get back on your feet and back to enjoying your voyage. Bonus tips for sensitive passengers. Some travelers are simply more sensitive to motion than others, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. Even among the crew, a few members admit they struggled during their first contracts. The difference? They learned to plan ahead. Here's how you can too. 1. Start prevention. Early. If you already know you're motion sensitive, begin your medication or wear your patch 12 to 24 hours before sailing. Let your body adjust while you're still on land. 2. Choose your cabin wisely. Always go midship and low. Avoid forward and high deck rooms with more sway. If you love balcony views, pick one close to the center, not the bow or stern. 3. Pick the right ship. Larger, newer ships are smoother because of modern stabilizers. Check the ship's tonnage before booking. Bigger usually means steadier. 4. Watch the weather. Keep an eye on the itinerary. If strong winds or rough seas are predicted, start prevention early that day. Don't wait until you feel the motion. 5. Be careful with excursions. Tender boats and small ferries can trigger motion sickness easily. If you're feeling off, skip those or stay on board for a peaceful sea day. 6. Create a comfort kit. Pack ginger chews, sea bands, peppermint oil, electrolyte packs, and a small fan in one pouch. Crew members do the same. It's their emergency calm kit. The passengers who enjoy their trip the most aren't the ones with iron stomachs. They're the ones who prepare. Plan early, stay steady, and the sea will treat you kindly. So to summarize, seasickness isn't a curse. It's simply your body trying to understand motion. Once you learn to guide it, the ocean stops feeling unpredictable. It starts feeling alive. You now know what the crew knows. Pick the right cabin. Prepare before sail away. Use the right tools. Move with the ship, not against it. And if the waves get rough, breathe, reset, and ask for help early. The truth is, you can't control the sea, but you can master your response to it. That's what seasoned travelers do. Picture this. It's your second night on board. The ship sways gently under a star-filled sky. You lean on the railing, feeling the cool breeze brush your face. The same motion that once made you uneasy now feels soothing, like the rhythm of the ocean welcoming you home. That's what happens when you stop fighting the waves and start flowing with them. If this video helped you, tap like so other travelers can find it too. And if you want more cruise-tested tips straight from the cruise playbook, subscribe to Cruise Threads, where we help you sail smarter every trip. Have a seasickness remedy or personal trick that worked for you? Share it in the comments below. Your experience might just save another passenger's vacation. Until next time, sail steady, stay well, and remember, it's not about controlling the waves, it's about learning to cruise with them.